Good morning, dear hearts. Lesson 73, I will there be light. And that might sound a little strange, the verbiage of it. I will there be light. But let's say I desire to see the light. I want there to be light. I want to be aware of the light. Today's lesson says that, we're going to consider today and realize that it's God's desire, God's will for us to be in the light, for us to know the light, because that's the only way we get to know who we really are. God is creation, okay? And every creative thought can only create. It has to extend what it is. And what creation creates is real. Creation creates what is real. On the other side of this, we have the ego. And the ego has all of its, its idle thoughts. And they make illusions. Now, every illusion will become a grievance. It may not start out as a grievance. And this is how we stay trapped in ego thought. Because things come to us, things that we believe we will, we desire, we want. But if they are of the ephemeral, if they are the material world, okay, hi Madonna, if they are in part of what is in the material world as we know it, they will become a grievance. There's no other way. We can go to Einstein's quote here because it fits in perfectly that, insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. That's what we do when we align our mind and our life with the ego. We keep thinking this time, maybe this time, which I think I said in yesterday's lesson, maybe this time it'll be different. But unfortunately, it never is. So every illusion will become a grievance, and what do the grievances do? They block the light from us. We are not able, we can only deal with one thought at a time. If I am in a grievance, I will not be able to experience or know the miracle, and the light is contained in the miracle. Now, this lesson tells us what we do know, and it's repetitive. We've said it before. We'll say it again. This is not God's will for us. God wants us to be happy. God does not want his children mired down in sadness and pain and fear. So in doing this lesson and aligning our desire, our will for light, what we are doing is bringing the light in. We are making this commitment. We're saying, this is what I want. I want the light. Now, it says in today's lesson that the light is, I'll start at the beginning. Today we will try once more to reach the world that is in accordance with your will. The light is in it because it does not oppose the will of God. It is not heaven, but the light of heaven shines on it, and darkness has vanished. This is, in a way, another description of what the Course calls the happy dream. It's still a dream, but it's a happy one. So today's lesson, the practicing is, to start the lesson and to go into it and say, I will there be light. I want there to be light. Let me behold the light that reflects God's will and mine. Now, here's the thing that we need to know. Whatever is in my mind is what I'm going to perceive outside of me. That's why I said the other day, it's an inside job. So what is inside will be reflected outside. The level of my will, my desire for this to happen is going to determine my results that I have in doing these lessons and achieving the goal that we all really want, which is love, peace, happiness, you know, all of the good stuff, as I often say. Another part of this lesson that I think really needs to be noted is that it says that there is a point beyond which illusions cannot go. So here's there's a line in the sand here. And at that certain point, illusions will not travel past that. And part of that is when we really have committed to God's will, and that we really have decided there has to be a better way. Now, just one more thing I want to mention, that in here it says, we will begin our longer practice periods with the recognition of God's plan for salvation. Now, we just had a lesson, that 71, which told us that only God's plan for salvation will work. Only God's plan for my happiness will work. So we are seeing that lesson again in this lesson. Again, just said in a little bit of a different way, but the message is cohesive and consistent, okay? And the lesson kind of ends with the advice to don't take on any more grievances today, okay? Don't take on another illusion today. And that's like a good thing to do. So please please share, please subscribe. And on the subscribe, I have to mention, because some actually didn't realize it, you can watch the YouTube lessons on my channel and not be subscribed to it. You have to actually click, and where it says subscribe, but if you click the little bell or whatever it is, or maybe it's the word, then you are actually subscribed. So this is the world of YouTube. So and please share, please share, please share, please share. If you find guidance, if you find peace, if you find awareness in these videos, please share them with others that might as well. I appreciate that so very, very much. Namaste.